Good morning. My name is Casey Love, and I am providing a multimedia presentation where I will be describing an experiment I call the Lucky Black Box, which I will use to test the superstition that carrying a rabbit's foot brings good luck to its bearer. Bill Ellis traces the rabbit's foot back in stories as early as 1584, with the reasons for people carrying them changing over the years, from them being an ancient totem to a fertility charm, as a ward against arthritis, or even to guard against witchcraft. My hypothesis for this experiment is if a person carries a rabbit's foot, they will experience no change in their luck. The dependent variable in our experiment would be the participant's luck, as it is the variable that is being affected, the variable that responds to the independent variable. The dependent variable of luck will be measured on the number of times a participant can win at a dice game. The independent variable in our experiment would be the possession or lack of possession of a rabbit's foot. Our goal is to see if the presence of the rabbit's foot affects the luck of our participant. The independent variable of the possession of a rabbit's foot will be manipulated by providing every participant with a lucky black box. These boxes will be identical in nature, however, there will be a rabbit's foot inside the experimental group's box, while the control group's box will remain empty. Groups will be established by blindly handing out lucky black boxes, half of which will contain a rabbit's foot. Out of the total 100 participants, 50 will be part of the control group, and 50 participants would be part of the experimental group. This is a snapshot of the scientific method. The experiment would take place during the fourth step of the process as we test our hypothesis. The experiment will take place in 3 phases, labeled Phase 4 Alpha, 4 Bravo, and 4 Charlie. The totality of Step 4 will take place at the local community college campus. During Phase 4 Alpha, the facilitators will select participants from the pool of volunteers. A total of 100 participants will be selected. Volunteers will be notified that the experiment does deal with ethically harvested animal parts to allow any volunteers that morally oppose this act to opt out. Participants will be informed of the timelines and requirements associated with the experiment. All participant information will remain confidential throughout the experiment, and each participant will be identified by an alphanumeric designator, such as Alpha 1. Each participant will also be introduced to the game of high or low. The rules for high or low are as follows. A participant will roll 1 6-sided die. If the outcome is a 4, 5, or 6, the roll will be considered high. This is designated as a winning roll. If the outcome is a 1, 2, or 3, the roll is considered low. This is a losing score. During Phase 4 Bravo, all participants will play 10 games of high or low each day for 1 week, creating a baseline luck score reading X over 70, where X is the number of winning throws the participant had across Phase 4 Bravo. During Phase 4 Charlie, facilitators will distribute lucky black boxes to each participant. The lucky black boxes come in 2 varieties. Version A has a rabbit's foot inside, and version B has nothing inside. There will be a total of 50 of each variation, ensuring that we have 50 participants in each group. As this is a double-blind experiment, neither the facilitators nor the participants will know which participant has which type of lucky black box. The participant will conduct 1 more week of testing, 10 games of high or low each day for 7 days. However, this time, they will hold their lucky black box in their non-throwing hand for the duration of the testing. This will generate their new luck score, written as Y over 70, with Y being the number of winning throws the participant received over Phase 4 Charlie. After their final throw, a facilitator will collect the participant's lucky black box and will identify which group the participant belonged to. All information will be entered into tables 1 through 4. Here we see tables 1 through 4. Table 1 will identify the baseline luck score. Table 2 will identify the new luck score. Table 3 will identify correlation data between experimental and control groups, and Table 4 will identify correlation data between baseline luck scores and new luck scores. This data will be used to evaluate possible causal data between the presence of a rabbit's foot for luck and the lack of a rabbit's foot and luck. This concludes my overview of the Lucky Black Box experiment.